Hi everyone, welcome back to the OmniStudio series, and it's me Vishnu. And in today's session, we are going to learn about input elements, specifically select, multi-select, and radio inputs. So let's create one new OmniScript, and I will say input elements and select, multi-select, and the radio. And this example should be available in as a data pack in your description of this video, right? So feel free to find out there. Okay, cool. So let's drag down all the three types of elements here. So first one, we have select, go back, and then second one we have radio, and third one we have as a multi-select. So I have dragged down all the three here because how we are going to populate these values, right? They all the three things work in almost same way, right? Minor differences are there, but we will explore those. Okay, so once you select this, you should able to see the source option, right? What is source? Custom manual as subject. If I go to the radio, same thing, custom manual and as subject. And multi select, custom manual and as subject, right? Definitely there is few differences. Okay, let's check out the first one, select. So here manual, when we say manual, right, so does that so that means we will have every value entered here. So by that mean, like, we will have value and as well as a label, right? So option 1 and same as a label as well. Okay, and then option 2, option 3. Okay, cool. So I'll go here and do the preview for now. You see we have option 1, 2, and 3. If I select option 1, so you should able to get here what you selected. Okay, so let's go back and let's see a few more things which we were seeing here, right? So use as a default value, right? So if I do this option 2 as a default value, so whenever a user goes to this page or this script, they will see option 2 as a default selected. Okay, and then we have one more thing, which is auto advance, right? So I won't do this on option 2, I will do this on the option 3. Okay, and I will add one more screen here. So it should be your action, it should be available in my groups. So step, so I will add just like step 2, nothing else. Okay, so let's preview it. So you see, first thing we did is like option 2 is default selected. If I select option 1, option 2, and I can go next, right? But if I select option 3, I'm getting to the next screen automatically, because this is what I said, right? That if users select option 3, then they will be auto advanced to the next step. Okay, so that's pretty much it on our first option source, which is manual. Then we have second one as a sObject. Okay, so here you define the object name and then your field name, and so object name and your field name. Okay, so let's go and let's see. So you see the values are coming from the case object, right? And case object, and the field which we have is a status, new, working, escalated, and closed. It is coming automatically, right? So out of box, pretty standard thing, pretty good thing. And let's look at the other option before we go to the custom, because custom is something that we need to write Apex code. And meanwhile, let's go to the select option, which is our radio option. Okay, here you will see the same kind of thing, right? That you have manual, custom, and sObject. For now, I will just do like case dot status. Similar thing I'll do here, and let's preview it. So same thing, like we got it like here. And now let's go back to this radio once again, and you will find extra like option here, which is your display mode, vertical, horizontal, what, right? So if you do the horizontal, you will see all your radio buttons in a horizontal alignment, right? Something like that. And then if you do image, so it will come as a buttons like new, working, escalated, and closed, right? And let's skip this segment new port only, because everything that we are running is in theme of lightning, not on new port. So let's skip that. And then coming to the multi-select, it does have similar kind of option, vertical, horizontal, and image, right? But it does allow you to select multiple options, right? So here, if I go back and do like case dot status and preview, so here we have new, working, escalated, we have radio buttons with as an image, and then we have multi-select, right? So similar thing you can do in your option source if you have selected manual. So that's the reason I was saying, right? Everything will be similar for select, multi-select, and radio. Okay, so now coming back to the third option, again this is pretty much same for all the three kind of elements, but let's explore, right? So when we do the custom, right, that means it is expecting our Apex class, right? So let's do one thing. I will open my developer console, and then we will write code there. So I have opened now developer console, and definitely you can utilize your Visual Studio Code or ID, anything that you want. So I'm going to create a class called like my pick list options, and this class must extend or implements a velocity package class called velocity instart, which is insurance velocity open interface. Okay, and then it should have a method call invoke uh, with few specific parameters. So I will copy that and I'll paste it here directly. And definitely you don't need to do anything here. Whenever you are creating, you can just copy paste the same thing, because it will have fixed 4 parameters: input, output, and options. Okay, and now let's save it, and obviously it is expecting a return. So what I will do is I will return as a true. So I'll go back, and in the source I will put my picklist options dot my method name. Okay, so method name I will call it as like account names. Okay, important thing here is that this is not actually your Apex method. This is a parameter that you are expecting here, okay, which is your method name. So this is important, that if you are utilizing this class on multiple places, right, then whenever you do this, this will always call your this invoke method, right? So I would suggest, even though right now we have only one operation, right? But if we have multiple operations, we can separate by using the if, right? So what we can do is, so we it's a pretty straightforward, like method name equals, and we are going to give it as account names. Okay, if method name is like this, then we want to return something like our options, right? And then the options, right, and it should have a specific return type, right? So, and not exactly we are returning anything, we are just going to update or append this data into the same variable that we are passing here, right? And so in Apex, right, everything is passed by reference, specifically maps, list, and objects, right? So it should work here as well. So yes, I'm going to copy this, and yep, so we have UI options here, and this is your list of map of string. uh, this might feel a bit weird here, but yeah, this is what we have right now, right? So, and then it expect a list of map of string, right? And every map should have like two keys, like name and value. Okay, and then what I will do is, like, I will do a query on account from account. Okay, so I have added a one record, something like this, and then I will add this map into this list. So it will iterate over it and it will get added. Okay, and then in the output map that we have here, what I'm going to do here is, I will put as a key as a options, and then provide this list that we have created. Okay, and you know what, like, I will do one more thing. I'll just copy paste this, and with else if, I'll do contact names, contact, I'll go with this con. So we have created this class, and why we have the error? Okay, so yes, we have this contact. Okay, I'll go back here, this class has been saved. So my pick list option and account names, and in this radio, what I will do is, my source will be custom, and instead of account name, I will pass as a method as a contact. So now we have as a source account names in select list, and in the radio we have as a contact names. There's one important thing here in the class. So I created by default using this file new. So it by default it was like public class, but it must be global, right? And if you don't do the global, then it won't call the methods appropriately, and it won't work eventually, right? So now if I go and preview it, it should show me all the account names, right? And if I select any account name, you should be able to see the account ID, which is 001 starting with. And if you select anything in this, and these are contacts name, right? And you can see that when you select, you have the contact ID, right? So I think that's pretty much it on the select options. uh, cool. See you in the next session or next video. Bye bye.